Hey guys, it's Katie and welcome to my channel. Today's video is a powder foundation routine, so like the typical powder foundation that I wear when I do wear powder foundation, which has been a bit more recently now that I rediscovered that it is a thing that exists. And it's super good for summer and oily skin. I know this is another like no makeup look, but honestly, that's pretty much all I can be bothered to wear in the summer if it's just going to melt off my face anyway. Just in the fall. In the fall is when I tend to do more dramatic looks. So, you know, we're just gonna go with what I actually wear. So, except for this lip. This is not typically what I would wear. It's a lot more nude and a lot more glossy than I ever wear. It's in fact lip gloss, which normally kind of grosses me out, but I just wanted to try something new. But other than the lip, all of this is what I've been wearing. I just normally pair it with a matte lip instead. But since I've done about 101 looks with a matte lip, thought I would switch it up. So I hope that you enjoy this video. I hope that you find it helpful. I know powder foundation can be a little bit scary and a little bit tricky. That's why I wanted to make this video, especially as a person who's not the biggest fan of powder foundations or hasn't been in the past. I wanted to show you how I make it work. And yeah, so I hope that you enjoy this video, and if you do, please comment down below, like the video, subscribe if you would like, so you can keep up with all of my videos, and that is about it. I hope I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys! So even though I'm using powder foundation, I'm still going to prime using the Milani Prime Shield, the mattifying primer. It does kind of smooth over pores, so that's why I wanted to go ahead and use this one, just because powder foundation can sometimes sink into pores a little bit more than liquid foundation does. And then I've discovered that concealing first tends to be a really good way to prevent caking the powder on. And so I'm applying the Radiant Creamy Concealer and blending that out using a Real Techniques beauty sponge. After I conceal any blemishes, I am taking a concealer that is lighter than my skin tone so that I can conceal my under eye circles and just brighten everything up. So I'm applying that all the typical places I would highlight and then blending that out with the sponge as well. Even though you're going to be going in with a powder foundation, I feel like setting really helps. So I'm taking the NYX HD Finishing Powder in the yellow shade and setting all of the places that I concealed, just so they'll be a little brighter than the rest of my face and so they don't move around when I am blending my foundation on top. The foundation I'm using is the Bare Minerals Matte Foundation. This is just my favorite powder foundation that I have tried for my oily skin, but you can use any powder foundation, obviously. I just dump kind of a generous amount into the cap and swirl that in a buffing brush, and then just gently buff that into your skin. You don't want to press too hard, but you definitely do want to really buff it in because that's how you're going to get the coverage that you want. I tend to do this in a couple of layers over my skin, but you want to build up in small layers. You don't want to just cake it on all at once. Because powder foundation can kind of make you a little bit matte, I am using all kind of shimmery bronzing and blushing products. So I'm using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the light shade and just applying that. It has a nice sheen to it without being shimmery, so it really adds some dimension and warmth back into my skin. Then I'm taking the Wet n Wild ColorIcon blush in Rosé Champagne. Again, it has a sheen to it, but it's not glittery, and it's just a beautiful nude blush color that I feel like really pairs well with this. and as you can see, it does give a little bit of a glow to your skin. Then I'm taking the Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana highlight. It's a bronzer, but whatever. And applying that as my highlight because I don't want anything that's going to be too shimmery and stand out too much because the coverage is pretty natural. But I am kind of bathing in this highlight, and I also am applying it to my eyelids just to brighten them up a little bit. I have been loving bold lashes lately, so I've been using the L'Oreal Voluminous Primer to prime them and really make them more voluminous and just stand out more. I think it looks especially good with looks like this where everything else is so minimal, just to have like a really bold, long, voluminous lashes. And then I'm using the Rimmel Retro Glam mascara on top of that. And I really enjoy this mascara more and more, actually. I just think along the same lines as the other one, it makes your lashes pretty bold without being too clumpy. Then I'm lining my lips with NYX Pale Pink Lip Liner. It is pretty light for me, but I really wanted to try out a different lip than I normally wear. Normally I do wear like a matte lip, but I think this one looked pretty good. This is a MAC lip gloss. I honestly don't know the color of it. It's super old from a gift set, but I don't really buy lip gloss, so this is what I had, and I just applied that, and then I was done. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that I'll see you in my next one.